Troubleshoot common dryer problems. Magnetron failure. The magnetron serves as the heart of many microwave dryers, converting electrical energy into microwave radiation, which then heats the moisture in your clothes, allowing them to dry efficiently. Signs of magnetron failure. Inconsistent or no heating at all. Unusual noises such as humming or buzzing. Error codes related to heating functions displayed on the control panel. Magnetron troubleshooting steps. Safety measures. Always unplug your dryer from the electrical outlet to ensure safety during troubleshooting. Access the magnetron. Depending on your dryer model, you may need to remove the outer casing or control panel to access the magnetron. Test for continuity. Using a multimeter set to the continuity function, check if the magnetron has continuity across its terminals. A lack of continuity indicates a defective magnetron. Replacement. If the magnetron fails the continuity test, you'll need to replace it. Refer to your dryer's manual or seek professional assistance for the replacement process. High voltage diode. The high voltage diode plays a crucial role in converting the AC power output from your dryer into DC power required by the magnetron, facilitating the heating process. Signs of high voltage diode failure. No heat production during drying cycles. A burning smell emanating from the dryer during operation. Continual blowing of fuses or tripping of circuit breakers. High voltage diode troubleshooting steps. Safety measures. Disconnect the dryer from the electrical supply to prevent any potential hazards. Test the diode. Using a multimeter set to the diode testing mode, check the diode for any signs of malfunction. A defective diode will show no continuity in one direction but should have continuity in the opposite direction. Replacement. If the diode fails the continuity test, replace it with a compatible model following your dryer's specifications and guidelines. Capacitor. Capacitors store and release electrical energy to ensure the smooth and consistent operation of various components within your dryer, such as the motor and heating elements. Signs of capacitor failure. Difficulty starting your dryer, accompanied by a humming sound. Noisy operation or unusual sounds emanating from the dryer. Inconsistent drying cycles, with clothes remaining damp after a full cycle. Capacitor troubleshooting steps. Safety measures. Always disconnect the dryer from the electrical outlet to avoid any electrical hazards. Examine the capacitor. Inspect capacitor for physical damage like bulging or leaking to identify malfunction. Testing procedure. Using a multimeter, test the capacitor's capacitance value to ensure it matches the manufacturer's specifications. Replace the capacitor if it fails to meet these values. Door switches. The door switch serves as a safety mechanism, ensuring that the dryer doesn't operate when the door is open. It helps prevent accidents and ensures efficient drying cycles. Signs of door switches failure. The dryer fails to start even when the door is securely closed. The dryer continues to run even if the door is open, posing a safety risk. Inconsistent operation, such as intermittent stopping during cycles. Door switches troubleshooting steps. Safety measures. Always unplug the dryer from the electrical outlet to avoid electrical shocks or hazards. Locate the door switch. Refer to your dryer's manual to identify the door switch's location, typically near the door frame. Test the switch. Use a multimeter to check the door switch for continuity when activated. A lack of continuity indicates a faulty switch that needs replacement. Replacement procedure. If the door switch fails the continuity test, remove it carefully and replace it with a new switch compatible with your dryer model. Ensure proper installation and testing before using the dryer. Thermal fuse. The thermal fuse acts as a safety device, preventing your dryer from overheating and potentially causing a fire. It's a critical component that safeguards both your appliance and home. Signs of a blown thermal fuse. The dryer fails to start or power on. No heat production during drying cycles. Continual tripping of the circuit breaker or blowing of fuses. Thermal fuse troubleshooting steps. Safety measures. Disconnect the dryer from the electrical supply and allow it to cool down before proceeding. Locate the thermal fuse, typically positioned near the dryer's exhaust vent. Refer to your manual for its precise location. Test and replace. Using a multimeter, test the thermal fuse for continuity. If it lacks continuity, it indicates a blown fuse. Replace it with a new thermal fuse following your dryer's specifications and guidelines. Ensure proper installation and verify functionality before using the dryer. Control board defects. The control board serves as the brain of your dryer, regulating various functions such as timing, temperature settings, and cycle selections. A malfunctioning control board can disrupt the entire drying process. Signs of control board failure. Unresponsive buttons or controls on the control panel. Incorrect readings or error codes displayed on the screen. Inconsistent operation, such as failure to initiate or complete cycles. Control board troubleshooting steps. Safety measures. Disconnect the dryer from the electrical supply to ensure safety during inspection and repair. Inspect the control board. Carefully examine the control board for visible signs of damage, such as burnt components, loose connections, or corrosion. Consult a professional. If you suspect control board defects or are unsure about the diagnosis, consider seeking professional repair services or contacting the manufacturer for guidance. Replacement of the control board may require specialized tools or expertise. Turntable motor. In certain dryer models, the turntable motor ensures even distribution of heat and airflow by rotating the drum, facilitating uniform drying of clothes. Signs of turntable motor failure. The drum fails to rotate during drying cycles. Unusual noises such as grinding or squealing sounds. Uneven drying results, with some clothes remaining damp or wrinkled. Turntable motor troubleshooting steps. Safety measures. Disconnect the dryer from the electrical supply and ensure it's cool before proceeding. Access the motor. Refer to your dryer's manual to locate the turntable motor and access it for inspection. Test and replace. Using appropriate tools, test the turntable motor for functionality. If it's malfunctioning or fails to test, replace it with a new motor compatible with your dryer model. Follow manufacturer guidelines for installation and testing to ensure proper functionality. Thank you for watching.